It's the following morning, a Saturday morning, and house cleaning is in progress at the Youngers'. Furniture has been shoved hither and yon, and Mama is giving the kitchen area walls a washing down. Beneatha, in dungarees, with a handkerchief tied around her face, is spraying insecticide into the cracks in the walls. As they work, the radio is on, and the South Side disc jockey program is inappropriately filling the house with a rather exotic saxophone blues. Travis, the sole idle one, is leaning on his arms, looking out of the window.
Grandmama, that stuff Benny's using to spray them cockroaches smells awful. Can I go downstairs, please?
Did you get all them chores done already? I ain't seen you doing much.
Yes'm, finished early. Where'd Mama go this morning?
Looking at Beneatha.
She had to go on a little errand.
The phone rings. Beneatha runs to answer it and reaches it before Walter, who has entered from bedroom.
Where?
To tend to her business.
Hello.
Disappointed.
Yes, he is.
She tosses the phone to Walter, who barely catches it.
It's Willie Harris again.
As privately as possible under Mama's gaze.
I got it. Hello, Willie. You get the papers from the lawyer? No. Not yet. I told you the mailman doesn't get here till 10:30. No, 11. Come in. Yeah, right away.
He hangs up and goes for his coat.
Brother, where did Ruth go?
As he exits.
How should I know?
Oh, come on, Grandma. Can I go outside?
Oh, I guess so. You stay right in front of the house, though, and keep a good lookout for the postman.
Yes'm.
He darts into bedroom for stickball and bat, re-enters, and sees Beneatha on her knees, spraying under sofa with behind upraised. He edges closer to the target, takes aim, and lets her have it. She screams.
Leave them poor little old cockroaches alone.
He runs as she swings the spray gun at him viciously and playfully.
They ain't bothering you none.
Oh, cockroach, you boy.
Grandma.
Look out there, girl, before you be spilling that stuff on that child.
Safely behind the bastion of Mama.
That's right. Look out now.
He exits. Beneatha, dryly.
I can't imagine it would hurt him. It has never hurt the roaches.
Well, little boys' hides ain't as tough as Southside roaches. Oh, you better get over there behind the bureau. I seen one marching out of there like Napoleon yesterday.
There's only one way to get rid of them, Mama.
How?
Set fire to this building. Mama, where did Ruth go?
Looking at her with meaning.
To the doctor, I think.
The doctor? What's the matter?
They exchange glances.
You don't think.
Mama, with her sense of drama.
Now, I ain't saying what I think, but I ain't never been wrong about a woman, neither.
The phone rings. Beneatha, at the phone.
Hello.
Pause in a moment of recognition.
Oh. Well. When did you get back? Oh, of course I've missed you. In my way. This morning. No, house cleaning. Mama hates it if I let people come over when the house is like this.
That's right.
You have? Well, that's different. What is it? Oh, what the hell? Come over. Right. Arrivederci!
She hangs up. Mama, who has listened vigorously, as is her habit.
Who is that you're inviting over here with this house looking like this? You ain't got the pride you was born with.
Asagai doesn't care how houses look, Mama. He's an intellectual.
Who?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's an African boy I met on campus. He's been studying in Canada.
What's his name?
Asagai. Joseph Asagai. He's from Nigeria.
Oh, that's that little country that was founded by the slaves.
No, Mama. That's Liberia.
I don't think I never met no African before.
Well, do me a favor and don't ask him a whole lot of ignorant questions, like do they wear clothes?
Well, now, if you think we so ignorant around here, maybe you shouldn't bring your friends here.
It's just that all anyone seems to know about when it comes to Africa is Tarzan.
Indignantly.
Why should I know anything about Africa?
Why do you give money at church for the missionary work?
Well, that's to help save people.
You mean save them from heathenism?
Mama, innocently.
Yes.
I'm afraid they need more salvation from the British and the French.
Ruth comes in forlornly and pulls off her coat with dejection. They both turn to her. Ruth, dispiritedly.
Well,
I guess from all the happy faces, everybody knows.
Ruth, you pregnant? Lord have mercy. I sure hope it's a little old girl. Travis
Beneatha
ought to
and
have a
Ruth give
sister.
her a hopeless look for this grandmotherly enthusiasm.
How far along are you?
2 months.
Did you mean to? I mean, did you plan it? Or was it an accident?
What do you know about planning or not planning?
Ruth, warily,
She's 20 years old, Lena.
Did you plan it, Ruth?
Mind your own business.
It is my business. Where is he going to sleep? On the roof?
there is silence following the remark as the three women react to the sense of it.
Gee, I didn't mean that, Ruth. Honest. Gee, I don't feel like that at all. I think it's wonderful.
Ruth, dully,
Wonderful.
Yes, really.
Mama, looking at Ruth, worried.
Doctor say everything gonna be all right?
Ruth, far away.
Yes, she says everything's gonna be fine.
Mama, immediately suspicious.
She? What doctor you went to?
Ruth folds over, near hysteria. Mama, worried, hovering over Ruth.
Ruth, honey, what's the matter with you? You sick?
Ruth has her fists clenched on her thighs and is fighting hard to suppress a scream that seems to be rising in her.
What's the matter with her, Mama?
Mama working her fingers in Ruth's shoulders to relax her.
She be all right. Women gets right depressed sometimes when they get her way.
Speaking softly, expertly, rapidly.
Now, you just relax. That's right. Just lean back. Don't think about nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I'm all right.
The glassy-eyed look melts and then she collapses into a fit of heavy sobbing. The bell rings.
Come on now, honey.
Mama to Ruth.
You need to lie down and rest and have some nice hot food.
They exit. Ruth's weight on her mother-in-law. Beneatha, herself profoundly disturbed, opens the door to admit a rather dramatic-looking young man with a large package.
Oh my God, that must be Asagai.
Hello, Elijah.
Beneatha, holding the door open and regarding him with pleasure.
Hello.
Long pause.
Well, come in. And please excuse everything. My mother was very upset about the place looking like this.
Asagai coming into the room.
You look disturbed. Is something wrong?
Beneatha still at the door absently.
Yes, we've all got acute ghettoitis.
She smiles and comes toward him, finding a cigarette and sitting.
So, sit down.
She whips the spray gun off sofa where she had left it and puts the cushion back. At last perches on arm of sofa, he sits.
So, how was Canada?
Asagai, a sophisticate.
Canadian?
Beneatha, looking at him.
Asagai, I'm very glad you are back.
Asagai looking back at her in turn.
Are you really?
Yes, very.
Why? You were quite glad when I went away. What happened?
You went away.
Ah.
Before, you wanted to be so serious. Before there was time.
How much time must there be before one knows what one feels?
Beneatha stalling in this particular conversation, her hands pressed together in a deliberately childish gesture.
What did you bring me?
Asagai handing her the package.
Open it and see.
Beneatha eagerly opening the package and drawing out some records and the colorful robes of a Nigerian woman.
Asagai! You got the robes for me! How beautiful! Oh, and the records too!
She lifts out the robes and runs to the mirror with them and holds the drapery up in front of herself. Asagai coming to her at the mirror.
Oh, wait. I shall have to teach you how to drape it properly.
He flings the material about her for the moment and stands back to look at her.
Oh, big a day about
A Yoruba exclamation for admiration.
You wear it well. Very well. Mutilated hair and all.
Beneatha turning suddenly.
My hair. What's wrong with my hair?
Asagai shrugging.
Were you born with it like that?
Beneatha reaching up to touch it.
No, of course not.
She looks back to the mirror, disturbed. Asagai smiling.
How then?
You know perfectly well how. As as crinkly as yours. That's how.
And it is ugly to you that way?
Beneatha quickly,
Oh, no, not ugly.
more slowly,
It's
apologetically.
so hard to manage when it's, well, raw.
And so, to accommodate that, you mutilated every week?
It's not mutilation.
Asagai laughing out loud at her seriousness.
Oh, please. I'm only teasing you because you are so very serious about these things.
He stands back from her and folds his arms across his chest as he watches her pulling at her hair and frowning in the mirror.
Do you remember the first time we met at school?
He laughs.
You came up to me and you said, and
He imitates her.
I thought you were the most serious little thing I had ever seen. You said, Mr. Asagai, I wanted very much to talk with you about Africa. You see, Mr. Asagai, I am looking for my identity.
He laughs. Beneatha turning to him, not laughing.
Yes.
Her face is quizzical, profoundly disturbed. Asagai, still teasing and reaching out and taking her face in his hands and turning her profile to him.
It is true that this is not so much a profile of a Hollywood queen as perhaps a queen of denial.
A mock dismissal of the importance of the question.
Well, what does it matter? Assimilationism is so popular in your country.
Beneatha wheeling, passionately, sharply.
I am not an assimilationist.
Asagai, the protest hangs in the room for a moment and Asagai studies her, his laughter fading.
Such a serious one.
There is a pause.
So, you like the robes? You must take excellent care of them. They are from my sister's personal wardrobe.
Beneatha with incredulity.
You sent all the way home for me?
Asagai with charm.
For you, I would do much more. Well, and that is what I came for. I must go.
Will you call me Monday?
Yes, we have a great deal to talk about, you and I. I mean about identity and time and all that.
Time?
Yes, about how much time one needs to know what one feels.
You see, you never understood that there is more than one kind of feeling which can exist between a man and a woman. Or at least there should be.
Asagai shaking his head negatively but gently.
No, between a man and a woman, there need be only one kind of feeling. I have that for you. Now even, right this moment.
I know. And by itself, it won't do. I can find that anywhere.
For a woman, it should be enough.
I know, because that's what it says in all the novels that men write. But it isn't. Oh, go ahead and laugh. But I'm not interested in being someone's little episode in America.
With feminine vengeance.
Or one of them.
Asagai has burst into laughter again.
Oh, that's funny as hell, huh?
It's just that every American girl I have known has said that to me. White, black, in this, you are all the same, and the same speech, too.
Beneatha angrily.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
It's how you can be sure that the world's most liberated women are not liberated at all. You all talk about it too much.
Mama enters and is immediately all social charm because of the presence of a guest.
Oh, Mama, this is Mr. Asagai.
How do you do?
Asagai total politeness to an elder.
How do you do, Mrs. Younger? Please forgive me for coming at such an outrageous hour on a Saturday.
Well, you are quite welcome. I just hope you understand that our house don't always look like this.
Chatterish.
You must come again. I would love to hear all about your
Not sure of the name.
country. I think it's so sad the way our American Negroes don't know nothing about Africa except Tarzan and all that. And all that money they pour into these churches when they ought to be helping you people over there drive out them French and Englishmen done taking away your land.
The mother flashes a slightly superior look at her daughter upon completion of the recitation. Asagai taken aback by the sudden and acutely unrelated expression of sympathy.
Yes.
Mama smiling at him suddenly and relaxing and looking him over.
How many miles is it from here to where you come from?
Many thousands.
Mama looking at him as she would Walter.
Oh, I bet you don't half look after yourself being away from your mama so far. I expect you better come around here from time to time and get yourself some home-cooked meals.
Asagai moved.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
They're all quiet, then.
I must go. I will call you on Monday, Alayo.
What's that he call you?
Oh, Alayo. I hope you don't mind. It is what you call a nickname, I think. It is a Yoruba word. I am a Yoruba.
Mama looking at Beneatha.
Benny, I thought you said he was
Uncertain. Asagai understanding.
from...
Oh, no, Nigeria is my country. Yoruba is my tribal origin.
You didn't tell us what Alayo means. For all I know, you might be calling me little idiot or something.
Well, let me see. I do not know just how to explain it. The saints of Athene can be so different when it changes languages.
You're evading.
No, really. It is difficult.
Thinking.
It means one for whom bread, food, is not enough.
He looks at her.
Is that all right?
Beneatha understanding softly.
Thank you.
Mama looking from one to the other, not understanding any of it.
Well, that's nice. You must come see us again, Mr.
Asagai.
Yes. Do come again.
Goodbye.
He exits. Mama after him,
Lord, that's a pretty thing just went out of here.
insinuatingly to her daughter.
Yes, I guess I see why we done commenced to get so interested in Africa around here. Missionaries, my Aunt Jenny.
She exits.
Oh, Mama.
She picks up the Nigerian dress and holds it up to her in front of the mirror again. She sets the headdress on haphazardly and then notices her hair again and clutches at it and then places the headdress and frowns at herself. Then she starts to wriggle in front of the mirror as she thinks a Nigerian woman might. Travis enters and stands regarding her.
What's the matter, girl? You cracking up?
Travis!
She pulls the headdress off and looks at herself in the mirror and clutches at her hair again, squinches her eyes as if trying to imagine something. Then suddenly, she gets her raincoat and kerchief and hurriedly prepares for going out. Mama coming back into the room.
Ruth is resting now. Travis, baby, run next door and ask Miss Johnson to please let me have a little kitchen cleanser. This here can is empty as Jacob's kettle.
I just came in.
Do as you're told.
He exits and she looks at her daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Benny, where are you going?
Beneatha halting at the door.
To become a queen of the Nile.
She exits in a breathless blaze of glory. Ruth appears in the bedroom doorway.
Where did Benny go?
Far as I could make out, to Egypt. Ruth, who told you to get up?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with me to be laying in no bed for.
Mama drumming her fingers.
What time is it getting to?
10:20. And the mailman gonna ring that bell this morning just like he done every morning for the last umpteen years.
Travis comes in with the cleanser can.
She say to tell you that she don't have much.
Mama angrily,
Some people I could name sure is tight-fisted.
directing her grandson.
Mark 2 cans of cleanser down on the list here. If she that hard up for kitchen cleanser, I sure don't want to forget to get her none.
Lena, maybe the woman is just short on cleanser.
Mama not listening.
Much baking powder as she done borrowed from me all these years. She could have done gone into the baking business.
The bell sounds suddenly and sharply and all three are stunned, serious and silent mid-speech. In spite of all the other conversations and distractions of the morning, this is what they have been waiting for, even Travis, who looks helplessly from his mother to his grandmother. Ruth is the first to come to life again. Ruth to Travis.
Get down them steps, boy. Yes, ma'am.
Travis snaps to life and flies out to get the mail. Mama, her eyes wide, her hand to her breast.
You mean it done really come?
Ruth excited.
Oh, Miss Lena.
Mama collecting herself.
Well, I don't know what we all so excited about round here for. We known it was coming for months.
Well, there's a whole lot different from having it come and being able to hold it in your hands. A piece of paper worth $10,000.
Travis bursts back into the room. He holds the envelope high above his head like a little dancer. His face is radiant and he's breathless. He moves to his grandmother with sudden, slow ceremony and puts the envelope into her hands. She accepts it, and then merely holds it and looks at it.
Here it is, Mama. Well, come on, open it. Lord have mercy, I wish Walter Lee was here. Open it, Grandmama.
Now,
Mama staring at it.
you all be quiet. It's just a check.
Open it.
Mama still staring at it.
Now, don't act silly. We ain't never been no people to act silly about no money.
Ruth, swiftly.
We ain't never had none before. Open it.
Mama finally makes a good strong tear and pulls out the thin blue slice of paper and inspects it closely. The boy and his mother study it rapidly over Mama's shoulders.
Travis,
She is counting off with doubt.
is them the right amount of zeros?
Yes'm. $10,000. Golly, Grandmama, you rich.
She holds the check away from her, still looking at it. Slowly her face sobers into a mask of unhappiness.
$10,000.
She hands it to Ruth.
Put it away somewhere.
She does not look at Ruth. Her eyes seem to be seeing something somewhere very far off.
$10,000 they give you. $10,000.
Travis, to his mother sincerely.
What's the matter with Grandmama?
Ruth, distractedly.
Don't you want to be rich? You go on out and play now, baby. Yes, ma'am.
Travis exits. Mama starts wiping dishes absently, humming intently to herself. Ruth turns to her with kind exasperation.
You gone and got yourself upset.
Mama, not looking at her.
I expect if it wasn't for you all, I would just put that money away or give it to the church or something.
Now, what kind of talk is that? Mr. Younger would just be plain mad if he could hear you talking foolish like that.
Mama, stopping and staring off.
Yes, he sure would.
Sighing.
We got enough to do with that money, all right.
She halts then, and turns and looks at her daughter-in-law hard. Ruth avoids her eyes, and Mama wipes her hands with finality and starts to speak firmly to Ruth.
Where did you go today, girl?
To the doctor.
Mama impatiently.
Now, Ruth, you know better than that. Old Dr. Jones is strange enough in his way, but there ain't nothing about him make somebody slip and call him she like you done this morning.
Well, that's just what happened. My tongue slipped.
You went to see that woman, didn't you?
Ruth defensively, giving herself away.
What woman are you talking about?
Mama angrily.
That woman who...
Walter enters in great excitement.
Mailman come. Did it come? Oh. Now, Mama, look.
Ruth unfolds the check and lays it quietly before him, watching him intently with thoughts of her own. Walter sits down and grasps it close and counts off the zeros. He turns suddenly, frantically, to his mother and draws some papers out of his breast pocket.
Old Willie Harris put everything on paper.
Son, I think you ought to talk to your wife. I'll go on out and leave you alone.
I can talk to her later. Mama, look, please.
Son.
Will somebody just listen to me today?
Mama quietly.
I don't allow no yelling in this house, Walter Lee, and you know it.
Walter stares at them in frustration, starts to speak several times.
And there ain't gonna be no investing in no liquor stores.
But, Mama, you ain't even looked at it.
I don't aim to have to speak on that again.
A long pause.
You ain't even looked at it, and you don't aim to have to speak on that again? You ain't even looked at it, and you decided.
Crumpling his papers.
Well, you tell that to my boy tonight when you put him to sleep on the living room couch.
Turning to Mama and speaking directly to her.
Where you going?
Out.
Where?
Just out of this house somewhere.
Getting her coat.
I'll come too.
I don't want you to come.
I got something to talk to you about,
Well,
Walter.
that's too bad.
Mama still quietly.
Walter Lee,
She waits and he finally turns and looks at her.
sit down.
I'm a grown man, Mama.
Ain't nobody said you wasn't grown. But you still in my house and in my presence. And as long as you are, you will talk to your wife civil. Now sit down.
Ruth, suddenly,
Oh, let him go out and drink himself to death. He makes me sick to my stomach.
she flings her coat against him and exits to bedroom. Walter violently flinging the coat after her.
And you turn minds too, baby.
The door slams behind her.
That woman was my biggest mistake.
Mama still quietly.
Walter, what is the matter with you?
Matter with me? Ain't nothing the matter with me.
Yes, there is. Something eating you up like a crazy man. Something more than me not giving you this money. The past few years, I've been watching it happen to you. You get all nervous acting and kind of wild in the eyes.
Walter jumps up impatiently at her words.
I said, sit there now. I'm talking to you.
Mama, I don't need no nagging at me today.
Seem like you get into a place where you're always tied up in some kind of knot about something. But if anybody asks you about it, you just yell at them and bust out the house and go out and drink somewheres. Walter Lee, people can't live with that. Ruth's a good, patient girl in her way, but you're getting to be too much. Boy, don't make the mistake of driving that girl away from you.
Why? What'd she ever do for me?
She loves you.
I'm going out. I want to be by myself for a while.
I'm sorry about your liquor store, son. It just wasn't the thing for us to do. That's what I want to tell you about.
I gotta go out, Mama.
He rises.
It's dangerous, son.
What's dangerous?
When a man goes outside his home to look for peace.
Walter beseechingly.
Then why can't there never be no peace in this house then?
You done found it in some other house?
No. There ain't no woman. Why do women always think there's a woman somewhere when a man gets restless, Mama?
Picks up the check.
Do you know what this money means to me? Do you know what this money can do for us? Mama, I want so many things.
Yes, son.
I want so many things that is driving me kind of crazy, Mama. Look at me.
I'm looking at you. You're a good-looking boy. You got a job, a nice wife, a fine boy.
Looks at her.
A job. Mama, a job. I open and close car doors all day long. I drive a man around in his limousine and I say, yes, sir. No, sir. Oh, very good, sir. Shall I take the drive, sir? Mama, ain't no kind of job that ain't nothing at all.
Very quietly.
Mama, I don't know if I can even make you understand.
Understand what, baby?
Quietly.
Sometimes it's like I can see the future stretched out in front of me, just plain as day, the future, Mama. Hanging over there at the edge of my days, just waiting for me. A big, looming, blank space full of nothing. Just waiting for me. But it don't have to be.
Pause. Kneeling beside her chair.
Mama, sometimes when I'm downtown driving that man around and I pass them cool, quiet-looking restaurants where them white boys are sitting back and talking about things, sitting there turning deals worth millions of dollars. Sometimes I see guys don't look much older than me.
Son, how come you talk so much about money?
Walter with immense passion.
Because it is life, Mama.
Mama quietly.
Oh.
Very quietly.
So now, money is life. Once upon a time, freedom used to be life. Now it's money.
No, it was always money, Mama. We just didn't know about it.
No, something has changed.
She looks at him.
You something new, boy. In my time, we was worried about not being lynched and getting to the north if we could, and how to stay alive and still have a pinch of dignity, too. Now here come you and Beneatha talking about things we ain't never even thought about hardly, me and your daddy. You ain't satisfied or proud of nothing we done. I mean that you had a home, that we kept you out of trouble till you was grown, that you don't have to ride to work on the back of nobody's streetcar. You my children, but I, different we done become.
Walter, a long beat, he pats her hand and gets up.
You just don't understand, Mama. You just don't understand.
Son, do you know your wife is expecting another baby?
Walter stands, stunned, and absorbs what his mother has said.
That's what she wanted to talk to you about.
Walter sinks down into a chair.
This isn't for me to be telling, but you ought to know.
She waits.
I think Ruth is thinking about getting rid of that child.
Walter, slowly understanding.
No. Ruth wouldn't do that.
When the world gets ugly enough, a woman will do anything for her family. The part that's already living.
You don't know Ruth, Mama. If you think she would do that.
Ruth opens the bedroom door and stands there, a little limp. Ruth beaten.
Yes, I would too, Walter.
Pause.
I gave her a $5 down
There's a
payment.
total silence as the man stares at his wife and the mother stares at her son. Mama presently,
Well, son,
tightly.
I'm waiting to hear you say something. I'm waiting to hear how you be your father's son.
She waits.
Be the man he was.
Pause. The silence shouts.
Your wife says she gonna destroy your child. And I'm waiting to hear you talk like him and say, we are people who give children life, not who destroys them.
She rises.
I'm waiting to see you stand up and look like your daddy and say, we done give up one baby to poverty and that we ain't gonna give up nary another one. I'm waiting.
He can say nothing.
If you, a son of mine,